So for most of the festival, I've been catching bands as they've been doing their sound check before they've even been on stage. But I've just managed to get hold of Nathan and Andy from Sound of Guns just after your little performance there. How are you feeling?
Yeah, really good.
Nice,
really good. It's good.
It was. It's brilliant atmosphere and went really well. So we made up good. I've cut the set a little bit short and that. Just through a little bit of a throat and stuff, but yeah.
Oh, because I imagine that you're probably saving yourself for tomorrow night's gig, supporting the Zootons. You excited?
Very, yeah. It's sold out, so yeah.
Well, I think as well, like St George's Hall, not a venue that everybody plays all the time, so I think that's,
a bit special for us, like on our hometown and stuff, so yeah. Yeah, we're made up to be doing it, made up to be invited, like, so.
Brilliant. I mean, you're playing quite a few gigs at the festival.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking to a lot of people about their journey, and obviously tomorrow, supporting the Zootons. Is that quite a pinnacle point of your career so far?
Yeah, it's one of them, and we've done some really good stuff of late. Like we did Made of Vale last week, and we did a Radio 1 big weekend the week before, and but the Zootons are like the biggest band in Liverpool at the moment, and it's an honour, like, to support them and stuff, and we're really happy to do it, like, and it's happened really quick for us as well, like we've only been together a year, and we're doing it right, and we're doing it the right way, and this is what happens, like, you know what I mean, yeah.
So it's only been a year since you guys have been together, and already, Radio 1 are all over you, aren't they? They're really loving you. I mean, how did that kind of happen?
Nathan?
It was more to, like, we've done everything. We've all been in bands prior to this, so we've gathered experience, in those bands. And then when we got this band together, it was like a conscious effort to sort of do it our own way and not really be bothered about, what people are saying, the music we're producing is pretty much what we want to listen to type thing. And we produced like a load of our own singles and stuff, like demos, just passed them out. To various people, and Radio 1 have just been getting onto it and really like it.
Really got behind us, which is like
really good.
Yeah, like Staying Low and Hugh Stevens and Edith Bowman played it on their show.
Especially like locally as well, Radio Merseyside, Dave Monks, he's like a big supporter of the band, and we were lucky enough to do a set yesterday in Radio Merseyside, live with an audience for Dave, so he's been really behind us as well, which is really good.
Is it kind of a key thing that you'd advise to bands once they've kind of got their first few tracks already? Would it to really go to the radio stations first? Is that something that you kind of suggest, or was it just a bit of luck for you guys?
Just stay as organic as possible. Like we when we first started, I remember like when we first got together and we started writing, we wanted to like write a load of songs before we just started gigging and stuff like that. And I think a lot of bands kind of, they get like 6, 7 songs together and just start gigging those songs, and then you won't have time to write and stuff. We made a conscious effort to write at least like, we had like 15 songs, didn't we? And then we picked like the best of kind of thing, and then started gigging those songs around, and then we had the material to chop and change and see what really worked, rather than gigging a set and not being at the time because you're rehearsing for gigs to do all the material, like.
The song process, I mean, how does it work? Every band that we've spoken to, they've all got their own little ways that they work. I mean, for you guys, is it, the sound that's first, the lyrics, do you do it separately, together?
It's different. It's different, like, we've got songs which I've come up with the idea acoustically and took to the band, and they just took it, like, right up there. We've got songs which Nathan's written, the chords, and I put the lyrics to, and Lee and the rest of the geezers, man, it kind of differs. We just go with whatever's best, and as Nathan always puts it, there's a big cheap quality control thing on what we're doing. We will never air a song live until
we don't like.
Yeah, well, we don't like, and before we've, it's ready to go out live. That's another thing which bands maybe do too prematurely is get a song and just start gigging it straight away when it needs time to develop, like, and that's really important.
You're obviously really, conscious of, only putting out your best work and doing things properly, which is a great process. But that also must make things quite frustrating because you're obviously a perfectionist. How do you deal with those kind of frustrations of being a musician? But we're drinking beer and shouting.
It is a very, very touchy subject. It's like we're doing loads of new stuff at the moment, and we're like, oh God, we've been gigging a set on the UK tour, and we're like, we're itching to get new material in, but then we always approach every gig as if, people who are in front, the new audience, you know what I mean? So it's the first time they're going to hear the songs. So we're really conscious of, you know, just delivering like a really good set of songs, which we're all happy with. And then if something comes along which is just screams to get in the set, like the third song we did, Lightspeed, that's fairly new, like, and that just forced its way into the set, and, you know, that's a good way to approach it, I think.
Yeah. You guys are really confident on stage. I mean, for those of you that can see the lamppost behind me, Andy was swinging from it at one point. Well, not swinging, obviously, but, you know, doing the rock and roll thing. Have you always been that confident, or is it something that you've had to kind of work on?
No, it's definitely, you know, as I say, we've all been in bands prior to this, so we've obviously gained experience as we've, you know, been in them bands, and yeah, I suppose your confidence becomes, you know, it grows more and more the more gigs and things you do, which, you know, we've done our fair share of gigging, you know, before this band, and yeah, you know, when we started out all in different bands, it is a nerve-wracking experience to get up on the stage, but I think the more and more you gig and get out there, and, you know, the more comfortable you become with your songs, you know, that shows, like, to the audience.
And also, like, from like a frontman's point of view, it's amazing to have, like, kind of a band and songs that you're 100% confident in, and, you know, it gives me a little bit of freedom to kind of climb on things, swing from things, go.
It's just part of the act. I mean, it's part of the whole performance. I mean, it just gives that extra energy, and the crowd just are like, oh, you know, and it really works. So you guys are really onto a good thing. What's happening next? I mean, of course, after tomorrow, you've got things happening in the future. Can you tell us about
yeah, definitely. Well, we've got our single coming out on June the 8th through Distiller Records, Architects. That's like a limited run of vinyls and CDs, and that'll be put out in local music shops, HMV. It's also online as well, but yeah, you know, that's next, and then we've got, you know, we'll be releasing more singles in the year, like, so. Yeah,
there's a UK tour hopefully planned for early August, and got like Latitude, we're on the main stage at Latitude Festival and Square Festival with Supergrass, and yeah, we've got loads of good stuff coming up, man, yeah, so but just keep checking the MySpace. And
MySpace, is it complicated, or is it MySpace?
No, MySpace,
just
/Sound of Guns, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to keep all the folks at home kind of up to date with what you guys are doing. But before we kind of leave you, is there any like little bit of kind of wisdom or something that you can leave with the people that are still in their bedroom? They've just formed that band and they're taking those early steps. Is there any kind of advice?
It sounds a bit cheesy enough, but
cliche.
Don't ever stop believing in what you're doing. If you think it's good, it's good. You know what I mean? Just keep believing. You know, we've been doing this a long time, and you've got every door in the world shut in your face, man. But just keep on it. If you believe in it, then it'll happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Everyone is talking about you here in Liverpool. Everyone's really excited that you're here to do the gig. But is there anybody that you've kind of noticed at the festival, or somebody that you've got your eye on that we can share with everyone else?
It's quite hard, because we've been gigging every night, so we haven't had really, you know, enough chance to get around.
In particular general that you're liking at
the
moment?
There's some really, you know, good Liverpool bands at the minute, like a band called Slopes and Bicycle Thieves, like, who are our mates there. You know, they're playing tomorrow with the Zootons.
There's a couple of good bands down in Zanzibar the other night, like Sam Band and Misery Guts, and there was a really good set the other night from them, like. Yeah, but I mean, there's a Flower Vampires who were on with Juliet and the Licks last night, and they were excellent, like.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sure you're going to be excellent tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for talking to us. Nathan, Andy, down and go.
Thanks a lot.